Clad in green, yes, that's us. On stage, the co-founders of Mkozi, Uganda, we had an opportunity to participate in the Stanbic National Schools Challenge organized by Stanbic Bank Uganda, part of Stanbic Holdings and Standard Bank Africa. We had an opportunity to participate in a business competition that was fundamentally started by them to empower the job creators of tomorrow. Kindly subscribe to this channel and you can be of value to more of your network if you share it with them. But well, let's get into the story straight away here and starting out. Way back in 2018, we joined the Stanbic National Schools Challenge. But wait, let's actually back up further, much further back to my senior 1 or 2 year, around 2014 or 2015, when the first National Schools Challenge actually came into existence. I was asked by a couple of my teachers, I and a couple of students who are, we are the S1s, we are the S2s, we are the little ones, we are really young, and they asked us, come with us on this journey as the seniors, come to present in a quiz, as they take part in a quiz competition organized by Stanbic Bank. We're like, why would you want the youngsters to come along with you? Of course, we didn't ask that while they were asking us. We asked that when we're already at the place, we're enjoying ourselves, and we thought to ourselves, why have they brought a couple of youngsters to watch? And they told us that, well, one day you might learn from what these people have done and be able to do it yourselves. And I thought to myself, well, that's a bit far-fetched, but I thought probably these guys know what they are doing. Little did I know that in 2018 we would have the opportunity to actually come back in the semi-finals. Afterwards, the stages in the Stanbic National Schools Challenge have evolved over time. There was the first thing is always the classroom quiz, where you do a little bit of a quiz on finances and banking, and probably some life skills questions here and there. And after you're done with that, then you get to the next stage. Our days it used to be quiz or an essay, and then you get to the next stage, which would be debates. So we reached 2018, the debate stage, which I happened to share on another video of mine where I saw how I evolved in public speaking from the time I presented in 2018 to when I presented our final pitch for Mkozi, Uganda in 2021. In 2018 it was debates and quizzes, but then in 2021 it was a one-pager on a business pitch that we had to present in order to convince our group of investors to entrust us with some money and other financial incentives to grow our business. I cannot cover every last exhilarating detail of this journey, which is why I will drop some links in the description to show you exactly how it went down. But for the other things I'm going to share in this video, stick around. What I will touch on is my experience. I'm going to talk about how it went down in S1, which was 2014, 2015, how it went down in 2018, and how it went down in 2021, and our future prospects as well, because a lot has happened since I actually wrote this script. So I'll actually be chipping in a couple of things here and there. So in S1, I was there, in our S1, our senior 1 year, in high school. They give us, we wear shorts and some white shirts. The big guys wear black trousers and ties, and they are all up there. The MC at the time, Dr. Mitch, somebody you might have seen in the Tasker Project film here in Africa, was the main person officiating it, and he happened to have a leg injury, so he couldn't actually walk, but he was sitting and using his voice to make money. So he asks one of the students to pass around the microphone and give to the next unsuspecting person. While I was sitting there imagining what is going on exactly, somebody hands me the microphone and he asks me, yes, you who has received the microphone, what is your name? He's like, my name is Samuel Abaho. And he says, well, young man, come to the stage and answer a few questions for me. And I do not know exactly what he asked. I believe he asked what is entrepreneurship, what is its importance, something like that. And I gave my answer. Probably, yeah, I thought it was a really nice answer. And he looked at me like, oh, okay, that's what you think. Okay, then it's like, find another person and give it to them. And of course I give the microphone to someone else, they answer the same question, and to me it's just an interesting experience. That year our school, the seniors who participated in the quiz won and were the first in the country. So obviously we went back to school with that kind of pride. Yes, our school won, but all we did was attended it, right? Then in 2018, a pretty interesting year for me. We had participated in the quiz stage, and then we got to the essay competition. I spent a whole night with my other friend at the time, Mutia Wule, a young man who is studying in Australia now, and he and I just bounced off ideas of each other, how we could talk about I wonder what the topic was at the time. I just know we did the essay really well, and we were among the top 4 schools. So once we came in for 2018 semi-finals, we had something called the debate session, but the debate topics were particularly unique. We were talking about things we have almost never heard of in our lives: credit rating, bringing in institutions like Moody's, and dissecting such financial topics. Yet most of the time we're used to debating, of course primary school we're talking fire is better than water, but at this point in time we had probably gotten slightly better. Probably, let's say that East Africa should adopt a cashless economy, but now we're talking about credit rating. I remember I read pages and pages and pages. God knows what I said up there about credit rating. All I did know is that it was a financial term to talk about how let's say institutions can test a borrower's credit worthiness, if they'll be able to pay back. That's all I do remember. But it was very fundamental discussing such topics on a large scale, and probably I also didn't know the rules at the time. So lost our first debate. It was sad, it was crushing. But even before we had lost our debate, we had the pleasure of meeting Barbara Kende, who was at the time the manager of corporate social investments of Stanbic Bank Uganda. She has since moved, but let's just say she's still a fundamental part of it. And after listening to her little speech at the beginning, we were very encouraged to walk a longer journey with the Stanbic National Schools Challenge. And after I lost my debate, I was so down. She usually tells this story for me, but yes, I was down, and I thought to myself, I failed the school, I failed myself, failed everything that we need, everything that we know. But then she came over and told me that, it's fine. There is something else that you can do that is amazing to this world. And usually that's why I encourage my peers, because somebody else has ever believed in me, her and so many people. In my video on the public speaking Genesis, I talk about one of the people who trusted me to give a speech when I was 6 years old on stage and tell a story. So I also believe that everybody has something beautiful inside them that they don't see, that they can become and they can reap if they just take a couple of chances. Straight back to the Stanbic National Schools Challenge. So that year in particular, there was the next stage, which was the boot camp. It had always been for the finalists, but they created one for the semi-finalists. And we had the unique opportunity of being spoken to by a number of people, but none who stood out more than Mr. Bless Agume, who at the time had 27 barber shops across the country, a big business person. He was, they call him a serial entrepreneur, because he also had businesses in agriculture and so many other areas. He showed us a video that juxtaposed how business works and how most people are operating in this life. A story of two brothers, one who used his energy and time to make money, to put in more time, to he basically pushed himself to make more money by putting in more time and more energy. And at a certain time, of course, he became weary, irrelevant, and it was sad that yes, eventually things stopped. The second brother, while being a smaller guy, decided to invest his time and energy while still working with his brother in fetching water from one hill to another. He decided to invest his time and energy into building a bridge for the building sort of a valley dam for water to flow, make money for him as long as the water flowed. It basically showed us that we need a perpetual flowing system of cash, a perpetual flowing system of that gives resources to oneself, but also provides value to the society, which is what is basically a business, and can also take care of us long after we are retired, all those things we don't think about while we are still young. Just that video and his story of how he started his barber shops and how they support him, his family, and so many other people and provide value to the community was more than a clear go ahead to every single one of us to start a business. But well, starting a business is Uganda's specialty, where we are among the most entrepreneurial countries. But sustaining it, growing it, the rules of financial discipline, that is more of what I would learn with the Stanbic National Schools Challenge and even other groups that I have been with, such as the KSK Foundation, the mentorship class, and so many more. Fast forward to 2021, where we had to present our business. At the time, ever since 2018, I hadn't come up with a business idea, but thanks to the KSK Foundation, we were able to start Mkozi. We started out as a linking company for young people to get jobs in different areas such as care, house cleaning services, shopping, etc. We eventually evolved down to a laundry service in the university, one that mainly washes blankets for students and does pickups and drop-offs for them. It is the big thing that we are pushing right now. So we had operated for about a year, and we came to the stage to present our lovely pitch. And one of the most interesting moments of my life happened up there on that stage. We had prepared. I am somebody who believes in preparing so many times, going over the pitch that I'm going to do, timing it and presenting it to other people, proofreading and editing it, right? So after about 10 several practices and choosing to be the last person to pitch, we went up and the pitch was amazing. It was awesome, and we knew, of course, we were presenting to people who are big business people in the country, people who are highly experienced, and people who can see through a lot of financial jargon, who can see a lot through things that can help us to get to the next level. But when I stood up there and said that we had done 56 tasks in 1 year, suddenly Mr. Julius Chaze, Swans Avenue, said to me that, do you realize that actually that means that you have been doing about 2 tasks a month? And it hit me that we had basically been doing almost nothing as far as business is concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Hit by such a realization, we had to go back to the drawing board and improve and develop our business model over time. More is coming in the future, but I know that all those realizations that we made at every single time in this venture enabled us to improve and get better. We also had the opportunity of being visited by the Stanbic team every time that we did have an evaluation during this Alumgrow stage, which we are also featuring in again this year. And it's always very encouraging when we move one step after the other, when we see when our seniors, people who are in higher positions, who have more knowledge on financial systems than us, come to see how our systems are working and give advice on how to even improve them. It has always been a win for us also when we do get new clients because of this experience, when we improve our systems, and we know that so much more is coming. A statement that was said by the chief guest on the Stanbic National Schools Championship Grand Finale of 2021, can't wait for the one of 2022, which happens to also be on my birthday. Fortune favors the bold, and business is all about boldness. So, whilst I've been talking, whilst one of the things in the trailer is entrepreneurship, here is where I have given just a brief interlude, a brief prelude of many of the more entrepreneurial topics that we shall be talking about here on Starting Out. But as we wait for all those, kindly subscribe, like this video, share with me a comment. I would really want to know what you think about our experience in the Stanbic National Schools Championship. Those who have attended it, kindly also, tell us something small about it. Find some links in the description that talk about, that show videos of our actual appearances there. Made some videos in the past, and we'll definitely make more in the future, I'll definitely bring one from 2022. Our journey with the Stanbic National Schools Championship has simply just begun. This is starting out.